Hi there guys, and welcome back to a brand new match review here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's massive 1-0 win over Bolton Wanderers at the Select Car Leasing Stadium. That's right, following an absolutely horrible week where Reading were beaten by Bolton Albion by 3-2, and then lost star striker Sam Smith to Wrexham for £2 million, the Royals went ahead and secured 3 points by beating fellow playoff hopefuls Bolton Wanderers. I got to say, this game really, to me, shows that expectations in football should just be null and void. Going into this one, I really thought Reading were going to get absolutely hammered. I thought the way we defended against Bolton was atrocious, especially down the wings. But I got to say, all that was put to bed today. I thought Reading were absolutely superb and defensively were brilliant. I thought the two centre-backs did a brilliant job on both the strikers. And I thought the wing-backs as well actually defended really well. Young 17-year-old Andre Garcia really did look a lot better today. And for me, the man of the match for this fixture was Michael Craig, who was absolutely superb at right back. Now, in terms of the starting 11, Joel Pereira was the man that continued in net for Noel Hunt, and the back four was Harley Dean and Tyler Bindon at centre-back, while the wing-backs, as we just mentioned, were Andre Garcia and Michael Craig. The midfield trio remained the same as always, with Lewis Wing, Charlie Savage and Harvey Knibbs playing. We saw one change out wide as Mamadi Kamara came into the side to play alongside Chem Campbell, and obviously up front there was a change as well, as Sam Smith's no longer with us, as we saw Jaden Wareham. I thought Wareham had a really good game today. Yes, in terms of finishing ability, that wasn't there, but everything else was superb. His hold-up play was brilliant, and I thought his build-up play was really good too. He actually put up a massive fight as well, did Jaden Wareham, and you could see the passion coming through for him and what it meant to be starting up front. He also, I think, got the full 90, which is very rare, especially considering with Wareham's stance at the moment, where he was back up to Sam Smith. So it was good to see him get the full 90 under his belt, and he didn't tire either. So a big fair play to Jaden Wareham, who came into this game, who, let's be honest, a lot of Reading fans had a bit of doubts about him being the man up front, and there probably still will be the doubts, but look, I thought he did a good job up top today. Now, in terms of the fixture itself, the first 10-15 minutes was kind of a stalemate, with no chances going to either side. I thought Reading had the better of the play, though, if I'm being completely honest. The majority of the possession was with the Royals. Bolton were looking to hit Reading on the counter-attack in that first 10-15. In the 16th minute, though, we saw the first opportunity of the game. It came from Aaron Collins, who had a shot from distance, which just went wide of Joel Pereira's goal. And just a couple of minutes later, Reading had their first chance of the game too. It came from a good, neat move down the left-hand side, which eventually saw a cross come in from Charlie Savage. Chem Campbell got his head on the end of the cross, but unfortunately it was an easy save for Bolton goalkeeper and former Royal Luke Southwood. The biggest chance of the game, or of the half should we say though, came in the 38th minute, and it was Aaron Collins once again who was the man who had the opportunity. An unlucky deflection for Reading from a clearance eventually found its way to Collins, who was one-on-one with Joel Pereira, but El Gato made a fantastic save with his feet and saw the ball go away. Reading eventually cleared the danger and went into the half-time break at 0-0, and I gotta say, the performance for me wasn't too bad. Bolton had the best opportunity of the half, but I gotta say, Reading for the majority of it had control and the tempo of the game. Bolton had their spell in the second half of the first half, don't get me wrong, but I thought Reading did a good job in that first half. It was a very dull and bleak first half, so not a lot to shout about, especially that considering that was the only highlights in that first half. But the definite biggest opportunity went to Bolton, but I thought Reading did a good job in that first 45. Well, in the second half, Reading had the first big chance of that, and probably the biggest chance of the game too. It came from a really good high press, which saw Reading win the ball in the Bolton box. The ball eventually took a few deflections and slowly saw its way trickle towards the Bolton goal. It was past Luke Southwood, but luckily for him, we saw Thomason clear the ball off the line, and the Bolton captain was the man who kept the score line level. Just 6 minutes later, Bolton had their first big opportunity of the half. It came from a free kick just outside the Reading box. It was kind of on the edge to the, well, it would have been the left-hand side that Bolton would have been attacking, but it was just on the point of the box. Josh Sheehan was the man who had the chance, and he took a strike at goal from there, eventually hitting the crossbar. Reading were able to clear the danger eventually, but it was a big chance for Bolton. 75 minutes in, and Reading then had their next big opportunity. It came when Luke Southwood absolutely flapped at a cross. The ball found its way to Charlie Savage, who had the chance, if he put it on target, it would have been a goal if I'm completely honest, but Savage managed to drag the shot wide. I thought Savage should have been doing a little bit better there. And going back to the Josh Sheehan opportunity, Savage really should have had a free kick that the referee didn't give before the eventual free kick was given to Bolton. It came when a handball was given and Reading played a quick free kick. Charlie Savage then was absolutely battered by a Bolton player from behind and was flattened on the floor, and the referee decided to give nothing. I gotta say, the referee was of mixed opinions today. Yes, he didn't bottle the penalty decision in the last minute, but I thought overall didn't have a good game. I thought he massively lacked his cards too. I thought there was a lot of opportunities where players could have been booked in this fixture, but the referee decided to let it go. Look, some referees are too lenient, some referees are too strict. Look, he didn't get it right in this one though, in my opinion. 83 minutes and Bolton really should have been 1-0 up. It came when Aaron Collins was played through after a really good move on the right hand side. Saw Kelvin Abrafer at left back, who came on, be caught out. Collins was the man who eventually ran through on goal, and he was one-on-one with Joel Pereira, but really poor finishing on this occasion. Luckily for Reading, saw us keep it at 0-0. And it wasn't 0-0 for very long, as just a few minutes later, Reading were awarded a penalty when substitute and making his debut for Bolton, Etete handled the ball inside the box and gave the referee no choice but to point towards the penalty spot for nearly the first time in 2 years for Reading. With Sam Smith gone, who was going to be the penalty taker? Well, up stepped Harvey Knibbs, following Charlie Savage holding the ball for a long time. Knibbs stepped up and sent Luke Southwood the wrong way. I think Southwood dived before Knibbs even took the penalty, so he gave Knibbs absolutely no choice and he put it in the other corner and put Reading 1-0 up. That was eventually how the game would stay, and Bolton were a little bit rattled towards the end. I think it was number 15, Forrester, who was absolutely fuming at Joel Pereira, going down and, let's be honest, probably faking an injury. Look, can't blame him for being fuming, but either way, maybe should have kept his head there. Reading, though, eventually held it out and won the game by a 0-0, really making Bolton have a lack of opportunities in them final 5 minutes, keeping the ball up in the corner for the majority of it, and did a really good job at time wasting and really just burning the clock down. For the win, though, it puts Reading up into 8th. We've actually gone above Bolton with the win today, sitting on 44 points. We're actually on level points with Leyton Orient once again now, who are currently occupying that 6th place in the playoff positions. So look, I don't expect a playoff push at all, but it's nice to win a game and it's nice to be back up and around there. But look, it's just good to have a happy feel around the club again. That's going to be it for this video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Transfer deadline day is on Monday, so expect I'll be talking about a couple of players leaving before that day. But that's going to be it for this one today. Thank you for watching. I'm sure we'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye.